Hello teacher, my name is Mirzaahmed Baujan. Welcome to the presentation on the properties of exponents. The goal of this video is to use the properties of exponents to simplify expressions. Properties of integral exponents. The zero power of any number except 0 equals 1. Examples number 1. The 0 degree of 10 is equal to 1. Examples number 2. The 0 degree of minus 6 is equal to 1. Any non-zero number rises to a negative power equals 1 divided by that number raised to the opposite positive power. Example: minus 2 degrees of 5 will be equal to the square of 1 divided 5, and it will be equal to the ratio of 1 to 25. To multiply powers with the same base, keep the base and add the exponents. Example: 2 degrees of 3 multiplication the degrees of 3. Here the degrees of two numbers are added to each other, and 3 will be 5 degrees of 3. To divide powers with the same base, keep the base and subtract the exponents. 3 degrees of 4 are divided into 8 degrees of 4. Here the degree of two numbers is subtracted from each other, and it turns out 5 degrees of 4. To raise a power to a power, keep the base and multiply the exponents. The square of 7 of 3 degrees. Here 2 degrees are multiplied. 3 multiplies of 2. Then then 6 degrees of 7. A product of powers that have different bases and the same exponent. You can multiply the base and keep the exponent the same. The 3 degrees of 3 multiplied by 3 degrees of 2. Here we multiply 3 and 2, and the degree remains the same. Then we get 3 degrees of 6. Example number 1. 2 degrees of x multiplied by 4 degrees of x. Let's consider this example. In this problem, we have to use property of an exponent. Here it tells us to multiply x to the fourth and x to the second power. It means we are multiplying numbers with the same but with different exponents. To understand it better, we can write their exponent form first. Thus, it's like multiplying x by itself 6 times over again. So we add the exponents. Final answer is x to the power of 6. Example number 2. 4 degrees of x squared. To raise a power to a power, keep the base and multiply the exponents. Let's try this one. Here we need to find to the product of powers x to the second power raised by 4. That does is equal to. In order to find the product of the powers, we got to multiply them. Power times 2 gives us will be 8. The solution of this problem is x to the 8th power, x raised by 8. I thank you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.